Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy. I'm back. Love hair and peace, grease, and hair grease. Right? However that shit goes. Love, peace, and hair grease. Right? The old saying for those of you old school guys, gals, who follow this page, follow my videos. Today we're going to talk about the fourth Orisha in the pantheon, and one of the most revered and most important of them all, and that is Yemalla. Yemalla is mother to us all in this pantheon. She's the mother of the world. Why? She's the mother of the world because it is said that she has raised every Orisha in some way, shape, or form. It is also said that she raised Chango and that she also raised the divine twins. We can get back into that in another video in regards to what the divine twins are. They're called the Ibeyis. We'll talk about that in a different video if you guys are interested and want to learn about those other ones, okay? Like I said, her feast day is September 7th. Her number is 7, and every multiple of that. Also, she is the mother of the ocean. So, yeah, she reigns upon the 7 different seas, right? She is said to live in the ocean. She is said to be the patron saint of fishermen. She is also said to be the patron saint of women who are at the point of giving birth, right? Why? Okay. Women, you guys who don't know, carry an embryo. That embryo lives in their womb. That womb is filled with water. Amniotic fluids to be exact, but water for the simplicity of it, right? So women who are about to give birth call upon Yemalla to make sure that they help them be able to give birth, and so that the embryo can go down the birthing canal without any issues, right? To be a healthy baby, right? Because that's what we all want. That's what all mothers want. All fathers want the same thing, okay? Me being a father of 2 girls, yes, we all want the same thing. So that's who Yemalla is. Now, it's important to say that the reason why she is so revered is going to become apparent to you once I tell you her pataki, right? One of many, because keep in mind, I told you guys that there's, to each one of these stories, there are different, stories to wind up talking about different things in regards to each particular Orisha, right? In the pantheon. But I think this one is one of the better ones that I know of, and it also highlights how she became the queen of the ocean, right? Because it is said that Olofi bestowed upon her 3 crowns. I'll get to that in a minute. So one day Olofi, sitting in his great palace, called upon Elegua and told Elegua he was going to give a party, and that all the Orishas were required to attend. So Elegua came down onto earth, knocked on everybody's door, told them that Lofi was going to have this great party and they were all supposed to attend and to make sure that they brought a gift, right? So time goes on. Elegua is going to everybody's houses, gets to Yemalla's house and tells Yemalla, gives her the news as well that, Olofi's throwing a party and that Olofi is requiring for all his children to attend. So, Yemalla, being busy with the ocean and tending to her children, not only in the sea, but also on land, running back and forth, constantly busy, forgot about the party. Elegua reminded her the day of. So, Yemalla, all nervous, went and called to one of her fastest fish to come take her and to swim as fast as he could to wind up getting upon land so she can go to the market to go find Olofi a gift, right? Olofi the king, right? So, Ochun gets Batala gets a huge white staff, crowns and pearls and gold, and Ochun gets him all the a basket filled with all these great smelling, colognes, perfumes, right? So Yemalla goes to the market. When she goes to the market, she sees that Oya is still there. Now, keeping in mind, Oya is another deity that we'll speak upon. Boroya is also considered to be the owner of the market, besides the cemetery, or the port of the door of the cemetery. So but we'll get into that in a separate video. So Yemaya sees Oya and says, "Listen, what do you guys got?" She goes, "Look, we don't have much. We're getting ready to close in an hour. You need to shop and find what you can find as fast as you can, because we all got to get ready to making sure that we get to Olofi's palace in time." Okay, not a problem. Yemaya's scurrying around. She sees nothing. So she finally comes to this merchant and she says, "Listen, it's the last merchant who was actually still open. Everybody else was closed, right?" So she gets to this merchant and she asks this merchant, "What does he have?" And the merchant says, "Look, the only thing that I have is these 3 heads of fish. That's it." So she looks at him in this, with the look of dismay, and like, "Oh my God, how am I going to want to take in this to Olofi? What am I going to do?" And he was like, "Look, you got to make up your mind. What are you going to do?" And she goes, "Okay, fine." She takes it. So she takes the 3 heads. She goes to her domain, puts it in her basket, and then she goes and she prepares herself and she adorns herself in her full blue royal, the most beautiful royal blue dress that she has. So everybody makes it up to Olofi's castle. Everybody's there. They're all gathered, and they're all talking amongst themselves. What did you get, Olofi? "Oh, I got him this. Oh, I got him that." Okay. So Olofi finally, they blow all the horns. Trumpets are playing, and Olofi comes in and he sits on his great big throne chair and his regalness, and he starts calling everybody up one by one. And as they all present their gifts, Yemaya's embarrassed because she sees, wow, these people spent, took their time. And I had time, but I just got so busy with, taking care of my children in the sea and taking my children on land, taking care of my children on land. I totally forgot. What am I going to do? So she hid all the way in the back. So Olofi goes through all of them, calls them all up. Then he finally winds up and he calls Yemaya. Yemaya goes up and he asks her, "Okay, so what did you bring me?" And she says to him, "Nothing." Keeping in mind that Olofi knows all, right? Because Olofi for us is God. So Olofi knows all. And he says, "Okay. So what do you have for me that's in that basket?" And she's embarrassed and she doesn't want to give him the basket because, she's afraid to be ridiculed by everybody else who's there. She says, "I have this basket." And he goes, "So what's in the basket? What's on top of the white plate that you have in the basket?" Is what he says to her. And she pulls out the 3 fish heads. She goes, "This is what I have." And then he says to her in a very stern voice, right? Because he likes to be that way. He says to her, "Is this a gift that you give to a king?" And she put her head down, as he's putting her head down, he goes, "Don't lower your head. Level your head. Look at me." And then he goes and he starts to chuckle, and everybody around is starting to laugh, and Yemaya's embarrassed. And he says to her, "I don't want you to be embarrassed, and I don't want you to lower your head. Never lower your head." And then as he says to her, he goes, "You were the only one who actually had a thoughtful gift. Granted, everyone gave me things that they felt that came from the heart, and I know that this gift that you present to me is also from the heart, even though it's the only one you can find." So she was like baffled, like, "Why are you saying this? I mean, this is like nothing." And then, Luffy goes to her, and then as he goes and he grabs the plate of fish, as he's talking here, all 3 heads of fish that are on that plate, each one now morphs itself into a crown. And he says to her, "I want you to turn and face everyone." So she turns and she faces everyone, and he's standing behind her. And then he goes and he presents each crown. He goes, "This crown I present to you as the queen of the ocean. This crown I present to you as the queen of all land. And this crown I present to you as the queen of heaven." So all 3 of those crowns all of a sudden just morphed into one big crown. So everyone is in shock. And she is. And she's like, I don't understand why did you bestow these three crowns upon my head? And he says to her, because I know that you were so busy taking care of your children, not only in the sea, but on land. And because you were so attentive to them, then from this point forward, you are going to be known amongst all as the mother on this earth. Land, sea, heavens. And that's what each crown represents. So he says, face the crowd. And as has her face the crowd, they all bow to Yemaya to uh, acknowledge that she's to be known from that point forward as being the mother of all. Okay, that's as condensed as I can put it, but it touches every highlight of why I decided to give this story instead of anything else, of all the others that are out there. In life, we all come from a woman. Doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter where you were born, it doesn't matter what part of the world you were born at. We all come from a woman. Women are supposed to be treated as queens. Yemaya is a triple queen with triple crown. Our mothers are supposed to be revered. Yemaya is also revered because she brought life and she tends to her children, whether they're hers or someone else's, but she tends to them. She provides us the things that we need out of the sea for us to be able to sustain life as children and as adults. Granted, some of us are not allowed to wind up having seafood. Granted, some of us are not allowed to have fish heads. Some of us are not allowed to even have shrimp. And others are. Children of Yemaya are sometimes forbidden from tempting anything or eating anything that's in the sea. Even though it sustains life, it can also be detrimental to their health. Why? Because they are her children. We're talking about Yemaya's children. Crowned Yemaya. Okay? Children of Ochu are sometimes not allowed to have shrimp. Children of Elegua are sometimes not allowed to have lobster. Children of Chango are not allowed to wind up having crab legs. Right? Depends on the person and depends on the person's ita. But the reason why I use this pataki is to wind up showing that she is, and I hate to use this term but there's really no other term to use, the be all end all. She's the shit, right? She's the shit. Now, there are a bunch of paths that are known for Yemaya. And the most popular that you can wind up hearing their song of is Asesu. Yemaya Asesu, Asesu Yemaya, Yemaya Asesu, Asesu Yemaya, Yemaya Olode Yemaya. Right? Okay. So basically in that song they're paying her homage. They're basically telling her, you're the most revered in this world. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're in Nigeria. It doesn't matter if you're in Timbuktu. It doesn't matter wherever there's an ocean, wherever water meets land. That's where Yemaya is. Asesu is the sea foam, water that meets land. That's Asesu, right? Some people say that Yemaya shares the ocean with Olokun. People believe that. Some people believe that Olokun holds the secrets to the bottom of the ocean, and no one knows what's at the bottom of the ocean except for Olokun and God, right? And they say that Olokun lives down here, Yemaya lives up here, and then we live up here, right? Because she lives in the water and we live up on land. So it's like this. Like she's like this and we're like this. That's Yemaya. Yemaya is a deity that you cannot play with. Yemaya, reason why I brought up motherhood. Let's say your mom is no longer with us and she's in the land of truth, the way I like to call it, right? And she's eaten by your mom. And you need to wind up having that motherly feeling, or you need that motherly embrace. Yemaya is that person to give it to you. Even though they all do, right? Mothers and fathers, Chango, Agayu, Elegua, Ogun, yeah, they all do in their own way, shape, or form. But Yemaya is the essence of motherhood. Why? Because she cares for her children, because she tends for her children, she advises her children. She doesn't tell them not to do certain things, not she doesn't tell them, or she doesn't forbade them from doing certain things just because she doesn't want you to do it. It's for a reason, right? And all our mothers do that. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, they all give us out their advice, right? Whether they tell us, you can't do this because of this, or you can't do this because of that, or the famous one, right? Because all Hispanic mothers do it. They go, well, mom, why can't I do that? Because I said so, right? So basically it's her, yeah, no, you can't do that because I said so. I don't have to give you a reason. And if you go against what I tell you, then you're going to wind up paying the consequences. So that's what Yemaya is. That's why we say she is the mother of this religion. That's why we say she is the mother of heaven, the seas, and earth. All right? That's kind of Yemaya in a nutshell. This video is not going to be as long as other videos in the past, only because there's a lot to be said about Yemaya. But what I gave you in essence is who she is. That is her essence. That is her being. That is what she's all about. She's all about taking care of the world. She's all about taking care of us, whether we're her children or not, because Yemaya is involved in this religion in one way, shape, or form. When you go through your ceremony, you're gonna wind up finding Yemaya to be present, ever so present. When they sing her songs, they always wind up singing her praises of how motherly she is and how much we adore her, because she's a mother to us all. So, she is the one that you can basically talk to, right? Like if you don't have a mom, then you light your blue candle, right? And you talk to her, whether whether you have an altar for Yemaya, whether you're crowned with orishas, or whether you're on your path to initiation. We all learn who Yemaya is, because our godparents, at one way, shape, or form, even though they might be crowned, I don't know, Oya, they'll probably come out and tell you, well, yeah, I'm crowned Oya, but Yemaya is the one who gives me everything. Talk to any santero. Any true santero will tell you Yemaya is the be-all, end-all. It doesn't matter what they have crowned up here. Doesn't matter what they have crowned on the top of their head. Don't matter. Because we all revere her. We all see her the same. We all treat her as the mother. We look at her as our mother. Even if you can't talk to your mom, and your mom is still alive, and you can't talk to your mom, and you go to the ocean and you take some molasses, and you put some molasses in the water, and you talk to her. You Mom, this is what's going on in my life. I know you see everything. I know you hear everything, but I wanted to come here, and I needed to, when I'm talking to you, I needed to make sure that you understand what I'm saying to you. So people do it, and that's why we do it, because we need that motherly advice. Okay, so that's who she is in a nutshell. The other thing that I was talking to you guys about is that she has different paths. But like I said, the most popular one is Asesu. Another one is Mayeleo. Another one is Achaba. These are three of the most known. And I'm just going to touch on, I already talked about Asesu, so I already told you guys about that one. Mayeleo. They say that this one lives in the middle of the ocean, that she is the owner of the 7 currents that make up the 7 seas. She deals with trade goods. So people who are like salesmen, usually wind up having that path come for them in some way, or some way, shape, or form. Ibuga Chaba is said that she is the oldest Yemaya amongst all of them. When she dances, she actually, when she's dressed in her blue dress, she actually dances like if she's actually forming a wave, right? So in the reason why she's dancing and she's forming a wave and going around in a circle is because they say that Yemaya lost one of her crowns, and Elegua was visiting her on a day, and Yemaya was actually is doing a circle to find that lost crown, and actually went to Elegua's house to make sure that Elegua didn't steal it from her, right? So there's logic to everything, right? Why she spins, why she shows the seven wave, the wave of her dress. And if you guys ever see a video, if you haven't seen a video of a person dancing for Yemaya, you guys need to get on YouTube and you need to check one out, because it's pretty badass. It's nice. And I can guarantee you guys will get a kick out of it. But yeah, so that's who our mother is. That's who Yemaya is. And on a side note, I want to tell you guys, it's been a hot minute since I put a video up, and I want you guys to know that we recently returned from a trip in Cuba. Even though it was a short trip this time, we came back from a trip in Cuba, and things were done in Cuba the way that they were supposed to, as always. And I'm always in person. I'm impressed every time I want to go to Cuba. I can't say enough about how this religion is practiced in Cuba. If you get the chance, and if you got godparents who are of Cuban descent and have people who are out in Cuba who actually practice this religion, who can actually help you, I would tell people, even if you get crowned here in the States, make it a point at some point in your life to go out and see how this religion is practiced in Cuba. Am I saying that you don't find the same energies here? Depends who you talk to. My experience is that the energies that I feel in Cuba are nothing compared to what I feel here in the States, except for a few Ocha houses. Thank you, Edwin Chola, for taking on that daunting job of being a padrino to your yabo. She is ecstatic. She's happy. She's child of Ochun, but she loves it. She loves her godparents. Her Yubona out in Cuba. But you guys got to make it a chance. Got to make it I hate to use this word, but a pilgrimage. Make the pilgrimage to go out to Cuba to go see this religion practiced out in Cuba. And I guarantee you, this trip we actually partook in a double aña. That's a double drumming. That was done for Obatala. It was done for Legua. It was done for Yemaya. It was it was for Oya, because there was an Oya that was being born at the same time. It was oh my God. Just thinking about it, and I still feel the energies. And I took a short video that I can't really share with you guys, but you got to make it. You got to make it a point. Anyway, that's enough for me rambling. It's your boy. You guys have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. The fifth that we're going to do. I'm not going to say last, but the fifth and the most important amongst them all are going to be for Ochun, who is my guardian angel. That's who I have crowned. That's who the Yabo that you're seeing behind you has crowned. Thank you. The Yabo who was standing behind me has crowned. Yeah, we'll get into that. There's, like I said, we got a couple of changes coming on in regards to scenery and stuff. So that video it'll be a lot sooner than the next one took, the one I'm putting on. Yeah. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Love, peace, hair grease. It's your boy JC, and we'll see you on the flip. Have a good one. Take care. May Oyemaya and the Orishas bless you all. Peace.